Alrighty, so Kathy asked me about tithing, and I'm going to tell you, I will get to a Neville Goddard quote. I promise. But this is like baking paper. You know, Victoria introduced me to this stuff called baking paper. At least that's what she calls it, or what they call it here, or what they called it in the UK. You see, she went to the UK for 10 years. You know, she met a fella, right? Ended up over there for like a decade. So she calls stuff, she doesn't sound pure Australian. She says things, she uses terms that they use there and here and in the US because she's been with me for 12 years. And so language gets to be pretty crazy and fun. It's a good thing that words don't have power, but baking paper does. So oh, this is so good. So let's talk about tithing, and I'm going to tie in baking paper and clean up and cooking, and this is going to be so much fun. So Neville Goddard says, tithing is necessary, and you do the tithe with God. But from now on, give to the only God, and see to it that you give him the quality that you desire as a man to express by claiming yourself to be great, the wealthy, the loving, the all-wise. Do not speculate as to how you shall express these qualities or claims, for life is a way that you as man know not of. Its ways are past finding out. But I assure you, the day you claim these qualities to the point of conviction, your claims will be honored. All right, so there's a couple cool things in here. By the way, this is one of those Dream-Driven Day themes. The door is open. It will be closing soon. The course starts October the 1st. 30-day adventure, 30 days of play. Jane, you just signed up. Welcome to Dream-Driven Day. So, ready? Cool. Seriously, I love waking up to cool shit, but more on that later. Tithing is necessary. So what's tithing? See, when I grew up, Bob Chambers and the priest and the other, guy, whatever his name was, I went to a lot of different churches. I went to a lot of different churches. I did. Right? I checked them all out. Yeah, the ones that danced, the ones that stayed stiff, the ones that chanted in other languages. I visited them all. Right? And here's the thing. They almost all talked about tithing. In other words, hey, give us 1/10 of your income. Right? Now, Preacher Bob, he actually came into my store. I once had a store, right? And it was an Army-Navy store. I was a licensed firearm dealer. I sold Altama boots made in Altama, Georgia. And Bob Chambers would stop by and visit once in a while. And he'd sort of hint that he'd want a coffee, and then he'd hint that he wanted to talk. And I'd, wait on customers, because it's like, some of us got to pay bills, Bob. And Bob would explain. He'd ask me after a bunch of preamble. He would say, let's take out the good book and look at a few things. And you know what this means? That you should be giving 10% of your income to the church. Amen. And I went, 10% of my income. All right, I'm doing that. And I was. He goes, you should be giving 10% of your net income. Bob, do you understand the difference between cash flow, revenue, net, and gross? Right? He wanted to pay 10% before taxes, before expenses. I just told him, I think someone needs to go to business school because it's none of your business. Now, here's the thing. What does Neville say? Tithing is necessary. And for some reason, every preacher man I've talked to, they all come up with the number 10%, right? All right, let's go for it. Ready? 10% is a small amount compared to 90%, isn't it? Now, here's the cool thing that so many people miss, and this is why I say manifesting is like baking paper. It's sort of like wax paper, but you put it at the bottom of the pan, and then you put in your cake mix or your chicken or whatever you're going to bake, and it sits, instead of on the pan, it sits on the baking paper in the pan. And so when cleanup time comes, it's quick, easy fun. Now, here's the cool thing, guys. The baking paper doesn't take up much space. It doesn't cost much. But it's baking paper. And I use it every time I bake anything now, because it just makes cleanup a breeze. And here's what I notice. Whenever you get into the habit of surrendering to the state of your wish fulfilled, it happens quick, easy fun. Right? We just put out a new pack on Secrets of Surrender. Right? We just put out another new one as well, but more on that some other time. But this whole Secrets of Surrender thing, you must tithe. Neville says tithing is necessary. And you do the tithe with God. But this is not about money. It's about investing. It's about consciousness. From now on, give to the only God and see that you give him the quality that you desire as a man to express. Notice he's not saying give words. Notice he's not saying pretend or fake it. You don't pretend, you don't fake. Right? When people tell me to pretend, fake it till you make it, that just tells me something. Disbelieve everything else they say. Because they're pretending to know their shit and they're saying fake it, I think they're a liar. But here's what I notice. I express the quality that I impress me with. This is not about impressing your subconscious. I know Neville said that once. Later on, he said that you impress upon yourself. So even Neville abandoned the concept of subconscious because it was just something that got in the way. It made things messy, and I'm not into making things messy. I'm into speeding things up. So, first part, tithing is necessary. You do the tithe with God. You give God the quality, your awareness of being, the quality you wish to express. Right? Quality you wish to express. How do you want to be with money? How do you want to be with love? How do you want to be in your day? DreamDrivenDay.com. Meanwhile, do not speculate as to how you shall express these qualities or claims. Oh, boy. Don't try to figure it out. Imagine it, and then do what you're moved to do. Because speculation is spending. Neville Goddard said, always be investing. If you're speculating as far as, how could I make it happen, Mr. 20? How could I do it? Instead of finding yourself doing it, you've sold the pearl. So here's the deal, guys. Do not speculate as far as how you will do this. If you actually move into the quality, see, when I'm in the quality of happy, loving teacher, I teach. When I'm in the quality of happy, loving puppy dad, I'm probably throwing the ball or fighting with my dog, wrestling with him. And if I'm in the state of happy, loving husband, Victoria and I are probably in the kitchen or someplace else having a little giggle about something. Because that's what we do. See, you don't stop imagining your wish once you get it. See, some people do that. Well, if you had it, you wouldn't want it anymore. Well, okay, I'm happily married. I don't want to be happily married anymore. See, people say the weirdest things when they think what they're saying is clever. I just noticed, right? I am happily married. I want to be happily married. I continue to imagine what implies, what gives life to happily married. That's called tithing. You notice I'm not obsessed with it? I'm possessed by it. If you got gold today, DreamDrivenDay.com. That's the biggie, guys. We start October the 1st. The seats are half gone. I just sent out an email. We'll see how they're going to start going fast now. People always email me on the last day or 2 or 3 days after the course starts. Don't be a waiter, right? Time to get on the dance floor. DreamDrivenDay.com. All right, that's what I got. Crass commercial. My name is Mr. 2020. Tithe with the only God that matters. Remember, it's not about money, it's about investment. It's not about spending, otherwise known as speculation. I'm trying to figure out how much is it, how much was it, how can I do it, who could help me, who do I blame because I can't. Speculation is spending. You get it? That's letting the wrong thing drive the wrong bus. On the other hand, always be investing. Assume the quality that you desire to express. Have a lovely day. See ya in DreamDrivenDay.com.